Evening. So, yeah. Splatoon 3 today. And something pretty special. Something pretty special indeed. Because we have what is most likely the last Fest of Splatoon 3. And potentially of this sort of trilogy, if you will. So Nintendo really wanted this to go off with a bang. Hence the fancy name of Grand Festival. Right. Most Splatfest, the first phase of the Grand Festival will last for 48 hours. Meaning, like, this technically started yesterday. Like, and it's fairly even between the three. Oh shit, a new season started last week? Huh. I went over my radar. Stages, at least for this first hour. Hagglefish and Undertow. It'd be cool if, like, each rotation was actually a pair of stages from each game, like this one being ones from Splatoon 3, maybe the next ones are ones from Splatoon 1, etc, etc. That'd be a really cool way of doing it. Oh! Oh! Okay, wasn't expecting that. Tricolors are off the bat, so we're probably gonna do a couple of those. So you might have noticed where we currently are. And, well, we're at that train station we started out on. Well, that you start out on at the very beginning of Splatoon 3. And, yeah, you can literally see the crater right over there. How the fuck do we choose a team? Oh yeah, the map's a bit different because, well, we're not in Splatsville. Ah, there we go. Splatfest teams. So, y'all know what one I'm going for. I'm going for present. 2 reasons. One, honestly, whilst the past and future are important, if you think too much about them, you're gonna just stress yourself out. like, I've learned back the hard way past month or so. But there's still things worth keeping in mind. But sometimes I think it's just good to put that to one side for one day and just focus on, well, what about the here and now, and just take the time to relax in the here and now. It's like Master Uruguay once said, yesterday was history, tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift, and that's why it's called the present. That, and I actually like Off the Hook better than the Squid and Deep Cut. Or honestly, for one, I think they're just generally better written as characters sometimes. They got a bit more of an interesting story to them. That sort of thing. And look who popped out of his popped out of a single player to grace us with their presences. Hellfish and Octavio. Yeah. But we definitely want to get ourselves kitted out with some gear. Trying to think of what actually worked pretty well in terms of Turf War. You know what, I'm actually going to stick with the 89. I'm still assuming you go to the normal lobby and such. Also, feel like I'm gonna need this. Just saying. I mean, it's a Splatfest. Well, for last Splatfest, when I'm actually properly participating in this time round, well, I think I did in Splatoon 1. Oh, that's cool. Reminds me of a Winterfest where you had all the like little snowflakes and stuff in the thing. I should really have more like details in that like this in like lobbies and maps. Stuff that's only visible when you ink it. Yeah, like I said, Tricolor is available right off the bat, which frankly surprised me. I suppose go big or go home. That technically means we can see who's in the lead at any point. I'm just gonna do some normal ones to start with, and then I'll probably do some tricolors towards the back end of it. You know what I mean? It doesn't look choppy at all your end, right guys? again, I am playing with the motion controls. Because, frankly... Oh shit, yeah, fizz bangs. Blubber would have been better on this. Like... Where are you, motherfucker? Dang it. Well, that's the first death of the night. Expect a hell of a lot more. Oh shit. I was about to say, that is a brush. So it's always worth trying to keep some sort of distance from brushes. Because if you get a bit too close to them, they can become a problem. Well, shit. That was a dumb throw. Yeah, we're getting our arse handed to us now. Damn it! Ah, I couldn't get it off in time. Cause I think that like counts. It would have gone off cause it like counts as a bomb or something. Okay, definitely think about switching weapons here. Just cause of Undertow being as awkward as it is. Luckily, I do have a bit of a selection to choose from. But I think Blobber might be a good one for us. Hagglefish? Not so much, but Undertow? Yeah, I can imagine I'm gonna get some great mileage out of this thing. Honestly, seeing people have rule already don't surprise me. Just cause, well, one thing, this is a longer Splatfest than usual, cause they start the actual Splatfest portion of it earlier on. And I don't think you get extra points for tricolors, like, towards your title from tricolors though. Well, honestly, if I were to bring back the system, that wouldn't be a terrible idea. Like I said, you want to run the fuck away from okay. Covering fire. That will say there's probably someone over here. All they got on that team. Dapple, Enperry from the looks of it. Octobrush and Enzap 87? Yeah, 87. Uh-oh. Yeah, I knew I invaded that one. Okay, who the fuck keeps throwing curling bombs? Eat! Bombs up! Never mind. Never mind. Nice. Now, why is the encoding being a bit weird? Don't matter. It's probably just because it's a Saturday? Saturday. That's probably what it is. Like... If any day would make sense for the stream to add a little bit weird, it would be today. Not because it has anything to do with game or the servers. I'd say it's purely because of it being a Saturday. Oh shit. Huh. Almost Flush is playing. The fuck just happened? I got caught between an umbrella and a wall. Not quite what I expected from the saying between a rock and a hard place, but here we are. Also, there's a blob on the other team. And they've just figured out I'm on the other side of us. Oh no, they're down there. But I think I'm also down there. Wait, what? I thought I fucking died there. Guess not. How the hell did I survive a Triasuka shot to the face? This is gonna be one of those really weird streams, ain't it? Oh, there's someone down there. Aha! Firing wildly so I actually to see if I hit anything. How did that happen again? I survived a Triasuka shot by the skin of my teeth, but I got killed on the second shot, so... So that's something, I guess. I'm gonna say there's an L here? Yeah, quite substantial. Okay. Yeah, so the thing is with this particular Splatfest compared to normal ones is that who's representing each side. Whereas with normal Splatoon 3 Splatfest, it'll be, well, one option for each member of Deep Cut. Here, they're represented by different idol groups. Past, represented by the Squid Sisters. Future, represented by Deep Cut themselves. And present by Off the Hook. Again, that's the other reason why I chose present. Cause, well, I just like off the hook best out of the three of them. Like, you think it would be something like the Squid Sisters, cause I've been playing since Splatoon 1. But... and I didn't play massive amounts of Splatoon 2. And I didn't even, have Octo expansion. But I do know about the lore and story that came out of it, and with side order in this game, despite, not having either of them. Like, I just like them as characters. Like, Pearl was quite something when she was first revealed. And it's one of the things I really remember memory-wise in terms of Splatoon. The fact that it was such a oh shit moment when it was revealed that one half of the idol group from Splatoon that were running the show in Splatoon 2 was an Octoling. Everyone freaked the hell out because at that point people wanted playable Octolings. I don't know. I like Pearl Marina's dynamic. Like, I don't know. They are very much two people you wouldn't expect to be friends, considering they're very much different. Well, they're quite the difference in, like, their backgrounds. But they just click together as characters pretty well. Like, there was a thumbnail, there was a video that showed up in my feed. I didn't watch it, but I wanted to bring it up because what apparently the video looked like it was about is you write better characters through character dynamics. And honestly, Pearl Marina have a very strong character dynamic. Like, they both work well on their own, but they work even better as a duo. Because I feel like with Deep Cut, they don't have that as much. Like, I think a lot of people like Deep Cut because of Big Man. Let's be honest. And honestly, it's kind of surprising to me that they haven't made fucking Big Man plushies yet. Like, or Little Buddy big plushies. I know. But I know. I don't feel like the other members of Deep Cut have as much same, well, interest. And whilst I think Callie and Marie with the Squid Sisters work well. I don't know. But I think another reason why I like Marina is like one particular, well, there's one thing in the lore. In the Sunken Scrolls in Splatoon 2, it's heavily implied that the final boss fight from Splatoon 1 really was, like, I would say that would probably be one of the most important events in the entire trilogy. And it might be like, okay, why does the first fight with DJ Octavio have such gravitas? It's not so much that, it's more of the aftermath. Because the Octolings that were there, that attended that whole sort of final boss concert, whatever the fuck they call it, some of them, it completely changed their outlook on life. To a point where they literally went to go from their incredibly regimented and militaristic lifestyle to the Inkling lifestyle. Free to do what they want, like I know. And I just think it's amazing. It's amazing. One thing I do like, especially with sequels, is seeing just how much of an impact the events of the previous game had, and especially the actions of the protagonist. Splatoon is a great example of that, because they really did, like, the Splatoon 1 protag, the original Agent 3, yeah, they inadvertently started, or essentially unifying the Inklings and Octolings. And honestly, yeah, it's a thing that probably gets overlooked, but I don't know. Like, I just love shit like that. That the when something has like really long-lasting implications for a world. Well, that was terrifying. But yeah, this really did. Like I said, it essentially started off the unification between Inklings and Octolings, to where, hell, now you do see DJ Octavio above ground in, like, the story mode, but that's kind of its own isolated instance. And there are reasons for him, like, being outside of Octo Canyon or Octo Valley. But just seeing him there in the Grand Festival venue, alongside his old nemesis of all people, really shows you just how different things are in the Splatoon universe now. Like, the animosity of, like, years ago that led up to the Great Turf War, it feels like they never happened. Like, it feels like there was never any animosity towards, between the two, with how they act now. And it was all kickstarted by that final boss fight in Splatoon 1. And God, it is some amazing storytelling. And this is for a franchise that isn't massively story-driven. Oh wow, encoding's going a bit weird. Yeah, why is that going weird? Oh, that's why. Okay. We'll wait for a sec whilst the internet calms down a little bit. And honestly, I actually want to explore the Grand Festival venue a little bit more, actually. Yeah. It definitely feels very festival-ish. Anna. Didn't know a new season started, though. Old school radio. Eh. You know, it's kind of weird to think with, like, old phones and that. Like, how they, one, used to be a lot bigger, and B, how, how less impressive they used to be. Like, the very first phone I had, all you could really do is call, text, and it had like a couple of games on it. I think I like had fucking Sudoku and that was about it. So I'm not gonna lie, I do actually really like Sudoku. I haven't played it in ages, but I unlock new weapons? Okay. Enter Sorella Dweller. Oh, I finally unlocked that pain in the ass. Yeah. Something tells me Clash Blaster probably isn't the best thing to use during Turf War, I will admit. Sensor Kraken. See, I don't like things with beacon on it. Beacon, toxicness, and point sensor are all turn-offs for me. Yeah, yes, this coming from a guy who unironically thinks angle shooter is a bit of a meme and hilarious to dick about with, and doesn't mind ink mine too much. Oh, that ain't a bad combo. Suction bomb, booyah bomb. Thing is, Blackshot Pro ain't really that much of a painter, but this little ammunition of shit being nostalgic. Why not use a weapon type I actually... Oh, can you actually go back to the sea then? Huh. Okay, didn't know that was an option. Oh, okay, we'll just bring you back here. Didn't realise that. Yeah, crap, I actually need a pee. I'll be right back. And hopefully the internet will have fully calmed down in a sec. Alrighty, I'm back. Yep. And I bought biggies. We'll probably keep going till like it rotates to something else. Keep going with the normal matches till it rotates to the next one. Next set of maps. Everything's paying me that way. Dang it, censored myself. Yeah, I wasn't making it out of that one. Are they just like constant fucking stamper duels going on? Ultra stamper? That guy's shocking. Spatula Pro is actually surprisingly good for dealing with super chump. Yeah, I'll suck with this weapon. It's almost like not picking up a weapon for God knows how many years makes you rusty or anything. No. I usually don't go for cooler when it comes to Splatfests, but I think I make an exception. I'll likely do the grind from champion to cooler off stream, cause that's gonna take a while. When was Ferris Katana variant that had fucking penta missiles on it? And why the fuck did I never know about it? That's a hobo. I should have dodged right instead of dodging left. And again, I always dodge to left. I'm fucking left-handed. What did you expect? Like, I'm mentally hotwired to favour my left. So that's probably why I can't get anything right. I am not apologising for that one. And you can't make me. Definitely switching off this thing after this. I kinda like the marbling effect on the ink for this one. I don't know why, I just do. I think it looks prettier. Well, that just reminds me of Splatoon 2's ink. You know, the really fucking glittery looking one. Okay, what are the stages now? Okay, I'm assuming the tricolors on the last day are going to be on like a special grand festival stage or something like that. Well, we're gonna do tricolor. I'm definitely gonna switch to my slaying out weapon, and which, yeah, I still can't fucking believe it's the Bob Lobber of all things. Still. Might hopefully be able to why's the internet being so weird today? Like, usually it's actually really good. But no, it picks today of all days to be a bugger. And slow down the stream a bit. Oh, it's a... yeah. Just facing the various people on your team. Oh, this is an old song. Damn it. Well, it was worth a shot. Fuck off. Bollocks. Why are they specifically annoying our team? Like... never let me say that again. Why is the other team up in our grill too? Glad to see my fucking teamwork is still here. Been a burden wherever I damn go. Well, it was still technically a win. Actually, I think what I'm gonna... What am I doing? I had an old Splatshot Pro. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna be obnoxious. Oh, Present's actually in the lead? Probably not by much, if I'm honest. Yeah, they are literally playing music from the entire franchise. Where? Oh, that's not totally exposed or anything. No. You ain't fucking getting anywhere near that thing, you know? No. And you went splash anyway, love. dang it. Is this just a good map for string event? What the fuck am I doing? Whoa, this is going fucking well. Yeah, we've lost this pretty substantially. And, I think I prefer Blobber here. I know. Just saying. Oh, we're at Defender. One of customs might be a better fit. I mean, it does have a better sub-special combo. I will admit, defending on Tricolor is one of the few instances where Ink Mine actually has some value. Because you have a central point, you want to know if someone's on. And plus, Tri-Strike ain't a bad, special. Oh. God. This one. This fucking map. Huh. Oh shit bullets. And they both have fucking missiles. Just to make things even more of a pain in the ass. Well, those booyah bombs are missiles on each side. Because both sides have a fucking reflux, which is for spamming specials. Oh. No. Bollocks. Yeah, I am definitely starting to get the feeling that the defending team needs to actually have some more. They need to have a ace in the hole of their own. To put it frankly. Because I essentially really, if even one ultra signal is lost, that's it, the defending team has lost. And the split between two teams coming from two angles whilst they're all exposed in the middle. And if two teams, no, one team gets both ultra stamps, no, ultra signals, the defending team doesn't stand a chance because middle, where they would have any sort of coverage, no longer has any. That's what I'm getting. Like, it may seem like I'm complaining a bit. I am a little bit, but I'm more so complaining because I can actually see the flaws in the system. If you know what I mean. Like, because think about it. The defending team is being pincered at all times by a defender's central objective that if they don't and fuck up even once with that, they can pretty much say goodbye to that win. And if either team gets a higher percentage than they do, which is more than likely, that's a loss. It's definitely very much losing battle rather than it's not as balanced as they think it is. If I'm being 100% honest. I know, again, it might just be me nitpicking, but honestly, as for vibes, I'm kind of getting out of it. Like, I feel like if I made it so the defending team does have a advantage, of some description, then it might be a bit more fair on the defending team. Like, some maps are the exception, like this one isn't as bad. Because, due to the terrain, the defending team does have the advantage. But that advantage, like, the defending team having an advantage shouldn't be map dependent, if I'm honest. Like, the attacking team should have a, like, advantage, but make it so they have to really work for it. I know. That's my 2 cents on it. Yeah, put it this way, if you're, the people who are defending, if they get wiped, that's it, that's a free ultra signal for one of the other 2 teams. And I still stand by what I say in the fact that, if one of the opposing teams gets an ultra signal, the defending teams might as well call it quits. Yeah. That's the way I see it. Might just be me complaining, but honestly, I can't help but see flaws in some systems. But I suppose if you're annoyed with it, you just naturally will. Like, That grows at the perfect fucking time. Yeah. It definitely feels like you need a, like, really good team to be able to pull off a defense. Being weird again. Or at least with the stream. Okay, one on green has a blob robber and a splashmatic. The other has a splatter shot, well, octo shot replica, but or water shot replica? It's just splatter shot reskin. Yeah. I suppose this is one of those maps where it is just way easy to actually defend. I suppose since the, like, middle of it is very defensible. If I'm honest. And it does seem like they really do have to work for it. And yeah, that's the first instance of the defending team losing the ultra signal. But we're still able to hold the ground in the middle. Huh. So it's... okay. So... skip bibbidi free? Hey, whatever you say, one chicken nugget. I am very much in mechanic deconstruction mode. As in, the old game dev part of my brain is, whirring again. Analyzing the shit out of, tricolour turf wall, but on the defending side of it. I've come to two conclusions so far. One, it can feel like it's too much weighted in the attacker side of it. I'm also starting to come to a realization that it is a bit map dependent as well. So I wonder if that feeling of like not doing particularly well is purely map dependent. Like, Undertow was really fucking good for defense. Whereas, the tower one that isn't Moray Towers felt really bad to defend on. And that even if even one ultra signal was lost, the defending team might as well call it quits. Yeah, I'm definitely coming to the conclusion now that it's more the map balance that's the problem. Okay. That's weird. Yeah, that's like ultra fucking exposed. Huh. I think the, oh, I didn't think of that issue. Big bubble. It can they can literally pop it down on the ultra signal. Okay. This definitely feels like the kind of map where shit goes south very quickly. Okay. Yeah, cause I get the feeling you could defend it on this one, but it would be triggered. So yeah, definitely now come to the conclusion that, like, change my original conclusion that it was weighted a bit too much towards the attackers to... The issue is just the maps in general. Like, I think the geysers might have been overkill on that. Because it just made... How do I put it? I think the maps that probably don't work particularly well for this are the ones that get too chaotic in the middle, where the defending team is going to be. This one, and the tower one that isn't moray towers. Something capital? Calamari capital, or whatever the fuck it's called. Is too chaotic in the middle. Whereas with Undertow, that one does feel weighted more towards the defenders in that particular instance. Okay, do I not have any good missile weapons? Oh, this is the one that has missiles on it. Wiper Deco. Okay. You know, I'm starting to think we need to have some sort of filter option. Like... Huh. Not that many great... missile ones? Well, Squid Beacon ain't a complete turn-off, but they're not the best thing in the world. I know at the right range, I can be a terror on this thing. Yeah, with Splatoon, if you hit someone with a melee part of the thing, it is an insta-kill. Much like how with certain blasters, if you hit a direct hit, it is an insta-kill there. You know, I just thought of something in terms of, you know, how a change they could make for Splatoon 4. It does feel like the attacking teams are just, well, one team, except one half can friendly fire the other half. That's about it. Yeah, like, this is what I'm saying, like, if the defending team plays its cards right, it can quite easily defend. Let's wait for the downtime for in a bit. I gotta admit, this weapon is good for getting missiles out quick. I got out Splatoon. Oh, they're also using the deco. yeah, they did manage to defend even with the ultra signals lost. So you can quite successfully defend here. You just gotta know what you're doing and be able to sift through the chaos. Seems that mostly will lock onto 5 targets. But why is the fucking cooldown so drastic? I know it's probably to prevent spamming, but yeah, there's a reason this thing had fucking terrible ass spamming problems. And it's got nothing to do with that shit. I've got to admit, Splatoon Rain's probably pain in the index finger. Another, everyone's technically in one team. Whoa. Right. Okay. Now, how does... Now, let's see what... off the spectrum this fucking swings. Well, this is a good missile map. I could should've went an Android. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, this definitely does feel like a map where it is hard to... Yeah, this definitely feels more defender orientated. Oh, that was kind of fun to just pop out like that. Yeah, this is very much a defender. Like, just because of the uphill climb, the other teams have to do, and you're so fucking exposed. Out here too. So you really can't get a push really going. I think it's cause the walls, divvy up the, map quite evenly. And cause it's such a uphill struggle to actually get I'm only halfway through Defender. Then again, I don't think I've really ever gotten Ruler or King or Queen or whatever in the Splatfest, so I know. If I remember to play some Splatoon 3 tomorrow, I'll probably try and shoot for it, but at the same time, it don't really bother me. I know. I think I have a bit more. I think I have a I was there mentality when it comes to it. Yeah, for the last thing of the day, let's give another weapon I thoroughly enjoyed in Splatoon 1 a shot. Sloshing machine. Except, well, the Splatoon 3 version is actually pretty damn goated in terms of this kit. It gets Fizzy, which is a very interesting bomb that can cause havoc if thrown at the right point. And Booyah Bomb, which is just a really good special in general. Okay. Let's see. That's a rather exposed. Is what about some ultra signals? Yeah, it's right up there. Yeah. I can imagine a charger really being a pain in the ass to deal with on this particular. No. But yeah, a charger could be quite the pain in the ass here. Or anything, like an attacking charger could be a real pain in the ass because they can just how about that, motherfuckers? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this one, if you can hit those potential charger spots, you could be a real menace to attackers. Especially those that attempt to make use of charges, which could happen. Like, this map is pretty good for charges anyway, cause the middle is pretty exposed. Like, I can imagine zones, charges really good for this. Like, for this map. Is that the Splatoon 1 win music? Oh, they putting out all the fucking nostalgia for this one. You know what? I fancy doing another one. I don't know. Just been having a bit of fun with it, if I'm honest. And honestly, yeah, I think that's kind of appropriate for the last Splatoon 3 Splatfest. Not to really take it seriously, but have fun. Like, this is the last one of a trilogy. Hell, honestly, for all we know, this might be the last what we see of some of these characters. Because honestly, when it comes to Splatoon 4, or whatever they decide to do, or if they decide to just call it there for Splatoon, which honestly I very much doubt that, because this franchise makes Nintendo way too much money for them to just call it quits. Okay, there's a blob over here. Huh. There's definitely some very interesting... There's a very interesting middle spot. Yep. Yeah, this one definitely feels like one of those ones that is a bit more even. Because the middle point seems very defensible, but at the same time, there is ways for attackers to catch you out. Okay, I wondered who I was hitting there. Bump away! That was odd. That was actually a pretty fun match. Okay, yeah. Hagglefish works fucking well for tricolor. Oh, that was close. Okay. Yeah, that does support what I say, that one is very balanced in terms of, well, does feel a lot more balanced in terms of who can come out on top there. Anywho, I'm gonna stop with the game for today. Let's just chill for a bit. Where is... There we go. Apologies if things were a little choppy in terms of or laggy in terms of stream there. I think the internet was just having a bit of a hard time there. Yeah. You know, that was actually a really fun time. I think I think cause I focus more on the present rather than the past or the future. And honestly, just learning to not worry about certain things, I feel like has helped my mental state past couple of weeks. I don't know. I think having the constipation and vomiting and that general week of being sick, well, week, half week, whatever it was, of not feeling too great because of how stressed I was. Because I was worrying about, like, all sorts of shit. Really made me... I don't know. I suppose it's made me reevaluate stuff. And... yeah. Making... well, not worrying about what has happened or what could have been or something like that. And not panicking too much about the future. Oh. And while still planning for the future, just not panicking about it. No, it's actually really helped. And I suppose getting out of my mind that I'm not doing enough. Why? Because at least I'm doing something about it. That's more than some people in my situation. And yeah, I just feel that I just feel like that past week or so, I have just out of it. Not worrying about what could have been and what might be. I'm focusing more on the what is. Has really helped. And yeah. Also not worrying about like other. Social media or anything like that and just, I don't know, lose a couple of hours just playing video games off stream and that kind of helps. And honestly, even on stream I've been enjoying myself again. Just cause, well, I haven't been fixated on the numbers. They'll still jot down in my stream diary, but that's because I enjoy jotting shit down in my stream diary. I enjoy keeping track of that stuff. But I don't know. Not measuring my success as a or enjoyment of being a streamer by like a view count or something like that too much has helped. And honestly, yeah. But that's just something that happens with me. Like, things just kind of come to a boiling point, and then after it's all calmed down a bit, that's the point where I start to realize these sort of things, that I need to not get so fixated on numbers or if I'm worth it type shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. And again, that's probably why, well, another reason why I chose Team Present. Because I suppose that's kind of what I'm choosing to focus on nowadays, just for here and now. Whilst also planning for the near future, well, for the future a little bit, but not worrying about it. Like I said, there's no point in, well, something that I struggle to eat a lot of the time. There's no point in worrying about what could have been in the past. Cause, yeah. And no point panicking about the future, cause unless the apocalypse is fucking happening tomorrow, you got nothing to really worry about. It goes back to the quote I said at, like, beginning of the stream. One from Kung Fu Panda. That Master Uge says, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift, that's why it's called the present." Yeah, inspirational quotes come from really weird places. Like, one of my favorite inspirational quotes comes from fucking Pokemon the first movie. And yes, it is for Mewtwo. It is what Mewtwo says at the end of it. I think Meowth also says it at some point in the film as well. It doesn't matter what the circumstances of one's birth is irrelevant. It's what you do with the gift of life that matters. And I suppose it doesn't matter what you got happening either externally or internally, physically or mentally. It's what you choose to do with it that counts. Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's that you will inspire people just by being you. There'll be someone out there that you've interacted with in the course of your life that get inspired to do something just cause, well, they knew you, and that inspired them to do something that they probably never thought in their wildest dreams they would do otherwise. But I think that's enough of that sort of talk before I end up soul-searching too much to the point where I end up make myself warm my eyes out or something. But yeah, I should really write some of the stuff I say down. But also, don't think myself as the most sound person in the world. There are still things that advice I would give to others that I think could just generally help. And hell, even advice that There are even times where I should take my own advice about things. And yeah, I should really stop trying to do soul searching on stream now. But what are you gonna do, eh? This was all person I am. The kind of dingus that'll overthink everything, get stressed, and then realise it was silly to get stressed about it in the first place. But also gets why that happened. And someone who would say that they're not particularly wise. Hiya, Ghost and Brut. What was that? Nothing much. Probably gonna end in, I don't know, 10-ish minutes or something like that? 5-10-ish minutes? I don't know. But, yeah. Had a really good time in Splatoon 3 today, actually. Like, I suppose part of that is because I wasn't particularly, how do I put it, focusing on the losses. KO. I'm familiar with that particular acronym. I wonder if I should look up acronyms on that, because whilst I do know a lot of them, there are still some that I don't know. Like, I didn't know the what do you mean one till that long ago. So but then again, a lot of modern day sort of street lingo and that I'm very out of step with. Because, well, honestly, it's kinda hard sometimes to tell street lingo from Gen Z lingo, from Zoomer lingo. And, well, street lingo, honestly, I think it's important to know that one. Zoomer lingo, not so much. Let's just say there are certain Zoomer memes that I really wish I didn't know about. Understandable, yeah. Yeah. Like, but simply, there's a reason why. What gen are you? Honestly, I have no idea. Like, I'm not a millennial. Let's just say I'm not a millennial because I was born a couple of years before that. So, yeah, I'm not sure what you would call my sort of generation. Because I know it's something like it's millennial and then it's Gen Z. What are they gonna call the next, same. Yeah. like anything before millennial, I don't think there really is a tag for that, if you will. Pre-millennial? I don't know. I have to add that onto the random fuck-ass research topics pile. Even I is good. Yeah. Back in the golden age of low poly 3D graphics. You know, I actually did have a Nintendo 64 growing up. Well, to be honest, at the point I had a Nintendo 64, those probably weren't in production anymore. Like, people were playing with GameCubes and PS2s. I was still playing with Nintendo 64s and original PlayStations. You know, God, what was that one game on? Yeah, good old days. What was that one PlayStation game I effing loved? I think it was one of the Micro Machines games, actually. V3? Yeah, V3, cause V4 was like on DS and that, and on that sort of generation of consoles. Wasn't as good as G3, if I'm honest. No, V3. Like, V3 had a bit more personality to it. And more vehicle types. Like, I think you even had tanks in V3. In V4, you just have cars. That's literally it. Oh, you know what I had been watching, like, a week or so ago? What I had been watching a lot of YouTube videos on? The Maratonic at the Olympic Winter Games, the DS one. Like, I fucking loved that game. Like, seriously, the DS Maratonic Olympic Games were great. Then they did the 3DS version of the London 2012 one, which I didn't like that much. Like, I didn't like how they made it so you can only play as a certain group of characters in each event, and some of them are dumbed down to a point where they might as well been Mario Party minigames. Like, oh my days. Yeah, don't even get me started. Oh yeah. Sucks that, they aren't doing those games anymore, cause apparently the Olympic committee in that, terminated the contracts for those games. Allegedly in favor of something and NFTs. God, how the mighty has fallen. Yeah. what other nostalgic things from yesteryear keep showing up in my feed? Oh yeah, for some reason I've been getting videos go up in my YouTube feed of Sonic Rider Zero Gravity of all things. Like, and someone doing like 20 laps of a particular track or something like that. I have the game, and even I didn't fucking know you could change the number of laps you could do on it. Like, I'm gonna restream a playthrough of that at some point. I don't know. But I kinda wanna finish Sonic Frontiers first. And I kinda also wanna do Sonic stream Sonic and the Secret Rings. One of my faves. Oh. I mean, Sonic Riders Zero Gravity is literally the only Sonic Riders game I've played. Like, I haven't played Free Riders, because frankly I've never owned an Xbox in my life. And I never played the original. Well, I can imagine trying to track down a copy of the original. That's probably a bit... well, probably a fair bit out of my price range. If I'm completely honest. Like... hold on, let me actually look it up. I'm now actually... legit curious. Thank you. Then again, eBay isn't the best thing for that, cause well, prices can fluctuate crazy much. But yeah, I'm seeing like 40 to 60 quid. On some of the listings. So, yeah. I think that a old, like, nearly 20-year-old game, pre-owned, can fetch on eBay the price of some modern games, like nowadays. It's kind of crazy. Partly because I do think a lot of modern games are kind of overpriced, but that's another kettle of fish for another day. What other... trying to think of like other sort of old games I'm at. Or games that I'm like coming up that I'm interested in. I can actually think of two off the bat. One of them is actually a Sonic game. Cause when does Sonic X Shadow Generations come out? October or was it November? I know one of them's coming out, well, I know either Sonic and Shadow Generations, or Monster Hunter Worlds. One of them's coming out in October. I think the other one's coming out in November. So I don't actually have a PS5 or a decent PC to play Monster Hunter Wilds on, which kind of sucks because I really like Monster Hunter, and I'm really curious to see if it rights a lot of the issues I have with World. And Sonic X Shadow Generations really interests me, cause I never actually played the console version of Sonic Generations. I have the 3DS version. And people say that the console version of Generations is apparently the best boost formula game. So I'm rather interested in it. And also the Shadow stuff looks fucking amazing. So I don't think they've shared any more on when that animated prologue thing is gonna come out. If there's anything like the Knuckles one they did for Frontiers, we're in for a fucking treat. Especially cause in the teaser trailer they showed us, it showed Emerald. Yeah, people forget that Shadow actually has some bearing on that whole nugget thing. Which, I mean, if I did Knuckles justice with the Sonic Frontiers animated prologue short thing, I can't wait to see what they do for Shadow. Because out of all the sort of primary and secondary, out of all the secondary cast, Shadow has some of the richest story and lore behind. But that's more cause I prefer him when he's more than just the angsty, edgy hedgehog. Which, yeah, is pretty much most of his sort of appearances in Metal Area. YH. Yeah. I think that one is. Again, I'll look these up later. When I remember. And I'm gonna say that, but I keep wanting to learn Japanese, but I haven't even started. I suppose Okay, I did get it right. Okay. Thank you for confirming that, cause again, acronyms I can. You getting it? Thank you. Acronyms are something that I can have a bit of trouble with. I know some of the obvious ones, cause I use some of the very basic ones when typing in general, to be honest, not gonna lie, those ones? Hell, I use those two in particular all the damn time. Ask literally any of my internet friendos, literally ask my Oshi and they'll probably tell you that I use those acronyms a fair bit. Cause, well, I say to be honest, way too fucking much. And not gonna lie, I do say not gonna lie a fair bit too. I don't know. How does certain ones that I have trouble with? I don't know. I suppose I'm kind of somewhat used to acronyms, cause a lot of gaming terms have acronyms to them, like stuff like DPS and that sort of thing. DPS being damage per second. DLT is damage over time. There's a actual difference between the two. Damage per second is basically a damage calculation. Like, you do 1,000 damage over 4 seconds, that'll be 250 DPS. It's basically an average, really. Whereas DLT, or damage over time, is typically used for stuff like poisons and that sort of thing. Poison status effects. It's basically the total damage that will happen over the course of a specific time frame. Like, if you take 5 poison damage every second, and the damage over time for like 20 seconds would be 100, I think. And that sort of thing. Like, there's also sort of another type of term when it comes to actually dealing damage. Actually two. Burst damage, sustained damage. Sustained damage is basically damage that is sustained over a particular amount of time. Basically, it's like you're attacking something with an assault rifle. It's sustained damage over, well, a period of time. Quick maths? Oh yeah, like, my maths isn't terrible. Let's just say that much. Whereas burst damage is something like a shotgun. It's a big, well, burst of damage done in one go. Like, you'll often see burst damage talked about when it comes to fighting bosses. Especially like in games that have raids. Like, when you get into a phase where you can actually damage the boss, you typically want to use burst damage to chunk off as much of that health as possible before the boss sort of is no longer in that damage phase and you have to do the mechanics again or something like that. Like, as someone who's very much into Destiny 2 and that, that is the cycle of how the bosses kind of work, cause you do have to sort of do certain mechanics in order to make the boss, well, put the boss in the damage phase, and then you quickly have to do damage to it. In some instances. In other instances with Destiny 2 bosses, it's more a case of you need to do a certain amount of damage, and then it'll go back into its immune phase. I suppose it really depends on how the boss is designed. Like, raid bosses in Destiny 2 will have that more, you have a window to do damage, and then it goes into its immune phase. Whereas something like maybe in story content, it's just you just have to chunk off that particular bit of health, that segment of health, and then it'll fire up its mechanics again. What's your favourite exotic? Oh, that's a bastard. I don't know. I have quite a few favourite exotics. Like, when it comes to heavy weapons, I would have to say Thunderlord. Like, I just always really like that thing. And machine guns aren't half bad for damage as well. Not the greatest when it comes to burst damage. You're never going to beat a rocket launcher in terms of burst damage. Like, that's just how it is. In terms of primary ones, Sunshot. Like, was my first ever exotic in Destiny 2, and I do still find myself going back to it from time to time. Especially now that it can do, well, its burn damage is now considered Scorch, so it can do Solar 3.0 shenanigans with it. Special weapons. Not sure actually. Not sure. But I suppose I don't really use a lot of exotic special weapons anyway. Like, the last one I can really think of that I used for an extended period of time was Arbalest. And that was before it got nerfed. And before they started integrating subclass verbs and that into stunning champions and that. And honestly, in terms of special weapons, I do prefer some legendaries. Like, the rocket-assisted sidearms. Fucking love those things. Like, I think as my Warlock, I actually have a Aberrant Action, the rocket-assisted sidearm from episode 1 Echoes. Guess what I got on it, perk-wise? Hill Clip Incandescent. Like, yeah. Well, I don't think hill clips are best thing in the world. Like, but you do have to remember that I got that role on my wall, who just has no problem in healing themselves in the first place. Especially with that solar build I have. Like, I can get Phoenix Dive back in about 5 seconds flat. And honestly, that's another issue with Destiny 2 nowadays. It's very ability centric, where it sometimes feels like you don't really need a weapon. Again, like my solar setup, for example, I can just scorch everything and get my blast ability back in about 5 seconds flat, which can then heal me. That's not even the craziest setup I have. Like, that's to say nothing of my strand or prismatic setups. Well, I gotta admit, it is fun to watch the strand setup just go off. Because, it's a really weird setup that uses both threadlings and the unravel debuff. Because the crux of it is the exotic legs, the swarmers, which make it so you spawn tangles from... No, you spawn threadlings when you destroy tangles, and your threadlings can unravel stuff they hit. And pair that with some of the strand fragments, specifically the ones that make your threadlings have more bite to them. Another one which makes it so strand weapon kills have a chance to spawn a threadling. Another one where I think, can't remember how you trigger it, but it gives unraveling rounds to your strand weapons. Another one which makes it so you get grenade energy back just by damaging shit. And you can and one of the aspects on Strand Warlock, and the two aspects you get on default on Strand Warlock, makes it so you can consume your grenade to have 5 perch threadlings. And the other one makes it so that when you use a class ability, all perch will spawn 3 threadlings of its own, and all perch threadlings will then just scatter and go attack shit. And you can quickly see how... Oh, and what the Unravel debuff does is when you hit something that's affected by that debuff, it sends out little homing projectiles that hit other stuff, spreading Unravel. And you can quickly see why that just goes absolutely fucking realistic. And that's even without a weapon with threadling on it, hatchling on it, which makes it so that on precision kills, you spawn a threadling, or rapid non-precision kills. But it's better to rely on precision kills for that perk, because yeah, I used hatchling on the Strand Waveframe grenade launcher from Final Shape, and yeah, that ain't it, Chief. That ain't it, Guardian. That was a nice little click in my hand right there. I think that's enough yapping for about Destiny, like how ridiculous my Strand Warlock build is on Destiny 2 for one day. I'm kinda tired, so I think I'm gonna end things there for today. So, thank you all for coming to stream and hanging out with me for a bit. I always appreciate it when you guys pop in for a little while. Doesn't matter if you're being chatting on that, or lurking, or just popping in to say hi for 5 minutes. I really appreciate all of yous just popping in to chill out for a couple of minutes with me. Hope you all stay safe. Have a great day. And as Master Uruguay once said, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift, and that's why it's called a present. And yes, that does come from Kung Fu Panda. The first one, specifically. Alright. Good night, everybody. Alright. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, sleep, etc. See you next week. Also, I don't have a schedule for next week, perhaps yet. I never do. I always wear that shit on